Seen a man give up his dreams or goals or aspirations because he's in a relationship with a woman or while he's pursuing a woman, I usually see that women are the ones who adjust. And I know that relationships are about sacrifice, but I've seen the pattern that a lot of women are the ones sacrificing. Like, you see a girl who's single, thriving, she wants to be in New York Fashion Week, she wants to travel to Thailand, like, she has all these goals, ambitions, she's pursuing her craft, and then she gets in a relationship, and suddenly all that is like radio silent. Like, all you see is her and her man doing things like pumpkin picking, doing whatever, like doing things that couples do. And I feel like it's just not fair. And it's the biggest reason why I don't feel like pursuing a romantic relationship right now is because I feel like I will have to sacrifice more. Like, I am the type of person where I do adjust to fit into a man's life. Like, I focus on what's his work schedule. Like I suddenly just start morphing myself to be more available, and maybe that's a me problem. Maybe I should just stop doing that. But like, I don't know how. I notice that it's just a pattern. So that's why I just choose to not pursue a romantic relationship right now, because I kind of like what I have going on, and I kind of like how focused I am on my goal.
My bad. With that being said, my first question is, when you get into a relationship, or when most people get into a relationship, considering what she's saying, who sacrifices more to be in a successful relationship? Who do y'all think sacrifice, or is there any sacrifice that comes along with being in a successful relationship?
There's definitely sacrifice. I do agree with what she's saying that women tend to, and I don't know if I want to call it sacrifice. We tend to change ourselves more and change our schedules and change what's important to us. But like she said, that is a her problem because men never ask you to change. They don't ask you to stop going out with your friends on Tuesdays or whatever. We just do that. It's just a natural progression of things for women. We're just like, okay, how can I you should well normally I think women are usually like, okay, well, how can I be here for him? Okay, that means I'm not going out with y'all Tuesday. I'm not going to be there. I'm going to be with my man. Men don't do that. They're like, I play basketball on Tuesdays and I'm going to continue to play basketball on Tuesdays for the rest of my life. And we just don't. That's
Do
not
you think that men require for women, like, do men ask to do that, or is that something that women are doing?
That's just something that women are doing. I think it's just our innate desire to nurture and take care of, and we're more able to do that if we're present. And
Hmm.
that's just what it is. I mean, men don't have to do that. I think when men sacrifice, it's more like their career goals and stuff like that, and not necessarily their day to day habits or whatever.
Mika, who sacrifices more, or is there a sacrifice to be inside of a relationship?
I wouldn't say a sacrifice. I would say probably more so like um, just minor changes. I mean, females or women or friends, they aren't helping me in my relationship, one. And two, they're not doing anything I want them to do like my man would be. So it it naturally would go, all my attention would go to the man that I'm with. Um and then it's not really like a big change, right? So you're just getting on a different schedule. I don't really see the big deal. Most women put too much stock in, I travel, I got girlfriends, I got all this other stuff, because if it was all of that, you wouldn't be looking for a relationship anyway.
Lex, who sacrifices more in order to be in a successful relationship between men and women?
I think what we call sacrifice for men, the world already expects it from them. So they just do it. And for women, they have the option and the freedom to give it generously or and take it away depending on the woman. So I think men they sacrifice more because they are sacrificing. Soon as they're able to walk and talk, it's already you have to do this for mom. You have to when dad leaves the house, you have to protect the house. You have to protect mom and your sisters. So they already have these expectations of sacrificing themselves on the front line very young. But women, we don't have to be sacrificial. We're told to be selfish. We're told to, oh, you have money, you are independent, you smart, blah blah blah. So when women do give it, they give it, they go hard. That's good, but men are expected to give it.
Slimmy, who do you think sacrificed more to be in a relationship?
Anton from antondaniels.com. This is a beautiful day. I'm so proud of these women up here. They kept it 100. I'm so proud because basically they was honest. They basically said they be sinking in the dick sand when they get in these relationships.
So when I
I'm
said that
so
word, when I
happy.
brought it here, you thought it was crazy, but now you're using it. You're welcome.
Well, I would never use this seriously. I just only used it because you was honest.
Hmm.
I'm so proud of you right now. But men sacrifice more. We all know. We all know. Lex said it. It ain't really much for me to say. Lex said it. Like we give. Because like regardless of what people want to say, men are expected. The expectation is for us to immediately be financially able to go on a date.
Mm.
Like immediately. Men are told, hey, if you okay, there, Molly.
And she looks so cute.
That's a good color on you.
Yeah,
Yes,
Hey
it
everybody.
is.
she looks
Pretty in pink.
she looks really she looks
No,
really good.
but men, like we are expected to financially be able to go on dates. Like men are the only ones that's told if you broke, you can't date. They never tell that to women. No, they not like it's not for them to be up to par financially sometimes. Sometimes you just got pretty privilege. You could be broke and pretty as fuck, and guys will take you out. And that's just the way things are. I'm not saying it's right, but that is just the way things are. Most guys don't give a fuck how pretty, how much money a pretty woman has. This is just the truth, man. Now, once you start getting into older ages and maybe dudes making a certain amount of money, they want to know that you're not a liability, like that you can hold your own. He's still gonna do what he do, but he wants to know that you're still up to a certain level. Like if you're gonna be a financial disaster, he's not gonna deal with you. But like back to the topic, men, we initially are told, like Lex said, out the gate, hey, you got to be able to do this for mom. You got to be able to protect your sister at the playground. Don't hit little girls at the playground. Like we are told from yay high that you have to treat a woman with a certain standard. So we immediately have to sacrifice from in childhood. We learn that we have to sacrifice for women. That's just what it is. There's nothing wrong with it because they are the weaker vessel. So we got to protect them.
Molly, who sacrifices more, men or women, in order to have a relationship? I don't know if you had seen the clip that I had played previously.
No, I think I missed it.
It was
Um,
just it was a woman that was basically saying that women have to go through the sacrifice in order to be in a relationship with men. Whatever, blah 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 blah. So
is this relationships with children involved or no children?
she
Or
didn't
does it
mention
matter?
children. She was just saying in
Okay.
general. I mean, you can add whatever context that you want to it.
Mm, I think women sacrifice more in relationships, just in general, because
Why
we
is that?
carry that nurturing quality. So I think we are just natural nurturers, and sometimes that can kind of cross boundaries into overgiving. So I think women.
Mm.
Otherwise, women wouldn't be so bitter with men about how they gave so much and got so little in return. So I don't think nobody asked women to be going overboard and above and beyond sometimes, but objectively, I think women.
I my father made me promise that I wouldn't ever sacrifice like my purpose for a woman. Like when I was a young kid, like he always made me. He was like, Anton, don't be the nice guy that finished last. I think that kind of stuck with me too, honestly. And you'll be surprised the type of how the things that's put into you when you were younger ultimately sticks with you when you get older. But I think even with that though, as I look back over my life, I think that guys sacrifice more by far. I mean, like, because I just think, even if I take it off of me, like, I think that a lot of guys put everything on the, like, even if you look at a relationship, let's say a relationship is breaking up, for example, right? I've talked to so many guys where they've stuck in there because they want to make sure that their kid is taken care of. And they be like, you know what? I just got to put everything that I had on the back burner and be like, I got to do what it takes for the kids. If I look at my life, I don't want to use myself, but I'm gonna use myself in this example because I try to tell people not to use themselves. Not even my life, just in general. Before I ever bought myself something, I had to make sure everybody else was good. You know what I'm saying? I think it's just a man's nature, most men's nature, to put everybody else around them before they start to focus on themselves. I think it's different types of sacrifices also. So maybe women feel like they sacrifice because like the way that let me play the lady one more time. From Molly, so you get an idea of what you're saying. Um, I'm gonna play it one more time. It's not that long. I think it's only like a minute long or something like that. Yeah, here it is.
A man give up his dreams or goals or aspirations because he's in a relationship with a woman or while he's pursuing a woman, I usually see that women are the ones who adjust. And I know that relationships are about sacrifice, but I've seen the pattern that a lot of women are the ones sacrificing. Like, you see a girl who's single, thriving, she wants to be in New York Fashion Week, she wants to travel to Thailand, like, she has all these goals, ambitions, she's pursuing her craft, and then she gets in a relationship, and suddenly all that is like radio silent. Like, all you see is her and her man doing things like pumpkin picking, doing whatever, like doing things that couples do. And I feel like it's just not fair. And it's the biggest reason why I don't feel like pursuing a romantic relationship right now is because I feel like I will have to sacrifice more. Like, I am the type of person where I do adjust to fit into a man's life. Like, I focus on what's his work schedule. Like I suddenly just start morphing myself to be more available, and maybe that's a me problem. Maybe I should just stop doing that. But like, I don't know how. I notice that it's just a pattern. So that's why I just choose.
So yeah, basically that's what she's saying. She's basically saying that she feels like women sacrifice or give up on their dreams in order to be fit into a man's life. I guess my question that I have is who asked y'all to give up whatever fashion week or whatever like that? Like what I don't know guys that be like, hey lady, no more fashion week for you. Like the only
It,
time that I hear guys tell a woman, yo, don't do this or don't do that is like if she in the streets, like, hey, you know what I'm saying? Like you probably don't want to go to that bar as often or whatever, right? But I don't see no guy asking a woman to stop doing whatever she gonna do.
they don't. They don't. But
Oh,
I heard something in there. I heard something in there that I didn't hear the first time. She was projecting because basically she said it wasn't fair. What's not fair? No guy tells you to stop doing what you do. You literally stop doing what you do. You said it yourself. You stop doing the things that you love because of this man. That's
That's what I
your
said.
problem. That's
Okay,
your
but
Hmm.
problem.
okay, so here's the thing. You have to, because let's be clear, if a single woman continues to do the things that she was doing before you, she's still single.
No, no, no,
no,
no, no.
Mika,
No, Mika. No, Mika.
Yeah.
No,
it's not
no.
true. It's not true.
That's absolutely not true. If you
Mhm,
go think of the example that she said. Think of the example that she said. She
mhm.
used New York Fashion Week. What's to stop you from modeling? Because you got a dude.
She's not talking
Mm,
about modeling. She's talking about hanging out.
she talking
Go to New
about,
York Fashion Week then. I don't care.
She gonna
What's
go to
to
New York
stop you
Fashion
from
Week.
going?
well,
That's what
some
I'm
men
saying.
do get jealous about their women taking trips. Like, that's a thing.
I
Some men get
don't
jealous.
I don't my here's my thing. I believe that women feel like they're framing it as sacrifice, and in hindsight, I believe that women. All right, I'll explain this. There's a girl that I worked with back in corporate that had went on maternity leave once she had a kid, and she was very ambitious, and she was like a super ambitious type of chick. You know what I'm saying? One of them chicks that was really dedicated to the job and all of that stuff. So she wound up getting married, and then eventually she wound up having a kid. When she came back, she was like, I don't want to do this anymore. Like she was like, I want to be home. I want to be chilling with my man. I want to be having a kid. Whatever this was, this ain't it no more, honestly. And so the reason that I say that is I believe that women change their lives because they prefer to be up under their man, or they prefer to just be chilling at home. I've always believed that most of the stuff that women do, like all of this extra shit that they got going on, is until they get themselves in a situation where they doing what they really want to do, which is chilling, not having to work, and all of this other stuff. Because every single time that I see a chick get into a relationship with a man that they really like, or he financially stable and stuff, they be like, fuck that. They'll give up their career. They ain't trying to be working all day long, none of that stuff. And then let's say hypothetically that a woman gets out of a relationship or whatever, then she'd be like, I'm ready to find myself again and all of that stuff. So I've always believed that women are not sacrificing. Yeah, I think you sacrifice your body when you have a kid. I think you know that type of sacrifice, of course. But I've always believed that women preferred to be in a certain space, and all of that shit that they got going on, they only doing that as a substitute until they get into the space that they really want
But
to be.
Anton, that's what I just said in the beginning. I said women don't do none of that. Like when they want to be with a man, they're actually going to change. Like you're just
But
naturally
and that's
going
not
to
a sacrifice, then, though, is it?
no, that's why I said it. What did I say in the
No, no,
beginning?
I'm not disagreeing with
That's
you.
what
I'm
I'm
saying,
saying. No, I'm saying that's
according
what
to
I'm
what
saying.
that woman
It's
was
not a
saying,
sacrifice, it's an adjustment. That's what I said in the beginning. It's not a
the
sacrifice.
only
She's
time that I've ever told, only time I've ever said, "Hey, nah, you listen, you can't go to Fashion Week." Obviously, it wasn't Fashion Week. It was because I was fucking broke. Hey, we ain't got it right now. You know what I'm saying? It's a recession. It's '08. It's '09. You know what I'm saying? The money ain't there right now. But when have I ever been like, no, you shouldn't go. Just wait for me to get home from working all day. Like, I ain't never did no shit like that.
right, but what are we talking about? Because from what she sounds like, again, she sounds like she's talking about being out in the streets.
That's what it sounds like.
So that's why I said if she's doing the things that she's doing when she's single, she's still single. There's absolutely no woman that's going to continue doing the exact same thing that she was doing when she was single.
I don't know. Some women do that forever. Like, not
Okay.
even some women. Some people just do the same thing over and over again. We got a bar here in Detroit, and it's been the same niggas in that bar for the last 30 years. So, I
Okay.
don't know.
I've
Well,
noticed
if
like
they're fine with that, okay.
people like repetition. They like to feel safe and know that life is predictable, so they'll do the same things over and over again. But I mean, you're right. I mean, it's just like what we all said. Men don't ask women to give these things up. They just do. But then that's why they get resentful, just like Molly said. Like, then it's like, okay, well, but I stopped going out with my friends and I clean your clothes and I do your dishes. And then the man is always like, I didn't ask you to do that. And so,
But
you
that's
know,
why you gotta want to see, and that's the thing. Remember the other day, what was yesterday? We were talking about college. You gotta want to do certain things.
I think women confuse being a good woman with being available. So they try to be as available as they can to the man that they're with or whatever, because they just think, okay, this makes me a good woman for him, a good fit for him, and they just want to have a fusion, not really just they create this identity with their relationship, and a man never asks you to do that. So then, yeah, like Kimmy said, you become resentful. It's just dumb.